Shrinetime Entertainment TV. The nerd is the word.
Rising K, the Raisin Man.
Shrinetime Entertainment Podcast. Nerdcore to the max. All over the web, baby. Now here's your host, DJ Money Senpai and Company.
What's up, fellow party goers? This your boy Charles, aka Money Senpai. All day, every day, your money making, hard-hitting urban ambassador to Nerdkind, founder and co-host. It is time for the #1 up-and-coming nerd awesome podcast party that we call Shrinetime Entertainment Podcast, where we always say the nerd is the word. With me are my favorite action stream team, where it all comes down to all things anime, video games, manga, movies, TV, cosplay, whatever nerd. We got it. First off is one of our more than awesome and talented Shrine Madiens. She is the sister of the lunatic friend TheCaitAmbrose, sorta, kinda, not really, LOL. Our best in the world of anime and wrestling, Miss caitlynn-french.
Hello, also active cult member of the Diva Overlord Paige and AJ cult. Paying tribute tonight.
Oh yes. Actually though, you ever thought about being a WWE?
I did, and then I broke my foot and I learned what pain was.
Oh god. Oh no.
Ouch.
Yeah, once you break a foot bone, pretty much you're screwed because it can re-break over and over again.
Yeah.
Oh.
Learned that one really the hard way.
Jeez. Yeah. This is what happens when you taking a bump. You taking too much of a bump. Next up is our extreme samurai, who always tells us to put our guns up. Our red steel queen, Date Masamune.
Yo, guns should be on as usual.
No, let's just say that Darrell's not here to throw him that value.
Oh god, no. Oh no.
Caitlyn, you weren't there, but actually he threw a military grade 9mm pistol. Trust me, it was not fun.
It was not fun that day.
He
It doesn't sound like a fun day.
he definitely put his guns up there. Then last up is our very own dedication to the voice acting profession, the voice of a million in our Tony Stark of anime and tech, Roy, aka Adam Roy.
You're listening to Shrinetime Entertainment.
The nerd's the word, baby. He's one of the best. Now, you all know we're all notorious for having awesomely wild and crazy guest spots and topics. Tonight we're doing both. Kate is in the house and we're going to be talking about parents and anime. What do you know? We all know you love anime.
Oh yeah.
But does your own mom and dad do? What do you think about it? And do they think it's weird, or do they like it themselves?
Alright, I have kind of an interesting situation, as my mother likes to watch the anime I'm in. And there's a lot of things she doesn't understand about language barriers, especially since a lot of anime nowadays likes to keep their opening themes in Japanese. One of her biggest issues is that, why aren't they singing the songs in English? Why aren't they translating it over? And
was it hard for you to understand that this is actual Japanese language singing?
It's not so much that. I think she just wants to hear the voice actors doing a lot of the theme songs that happens a lot in Japan. I mean, Maria Holic Alive, it's the Japanese VAs who are singing the songs. And I think she kind of wants to see more of that just because she's my mom. But also, I think it's just the language barrier for a lot of people is harder to relate to.
Right.
That's why I think a lot of people go to dubbing as opposed to subtitles for the casual viewer.
Right.
They can't relate when it's in Japanese. However, I'm also really weird in the fact that I do a lot of anime that I've been a lot of harem animes. So I never want to tell my mom outright what to watch, because I'm like, I love Mayochiki. It's one of my favorite roles because I really get to let out a lot of my love for professional wrestling.
Right.
Because Kureha's obsessed with it, and I get to shout that I'm doing a sharpshooter and I Cesaro swing a teddy bear. But trying to take that and show my mother the rest of that series? Oh god!
Oh god, no.
I don't know what she's gonna think I'm doing.
You haven't orgasm, maybe. Who knows? I try. You try not to keep it, too whatever. But hey, you know what I'm saying? It goes with that. There are freaks in here. There are freaks in this anime. Oh my God! Don't watch you even be near that anime.
Exactly. Trying to explain this is what is normal to us. An anime isn't normal in society. So I think my mom's kind of brow raising about it. My dad just doesn't know. He just knows I go into voices. He doesn't really ever watch the anime. He just kind of just nods his head. Funny enough, I was at a wedding last weekend with Justin's side of the family, my husband, and he has a step-grandmother who decided to start asking me a lot about my anime roles, and she's very religious, so when the title Sunday Without God came up...
Oh, God.
His grandpa was a pistol-wielding preacher who married us. I didn't know he had his gun on him at the time. But we did it because it was family church. But once you say a title like that, they kind of look at you funny and wonder what you're doing. And you're like, I shouldn't tell them the rest of the things I've done.
Oh, no.
Something Without God's like one of the deepest ones I've done.
That is exactly.
If I mention any other ones, they're going to find things that are like, I'm going to start worrying about an exorcism happening to me.
or a public burning. So they might try to burn that anime. It's sacrilege. This demon that we call animation. I rebuke thee.
I don't even worry about that. I'm pagan, so honestly, I worry about getting burned half the time anyway.
Oh, God.
Oh, dear Lord.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, my God. But, yeah, like you said, we're going to definitely get more into deep detail about this issue, along with everybody else here. And also, we're going to be debuting a brand new segment to this show called Speaking French. Our very own Caitlyn is going to be actually sharing her thoughts and wisdom of all things nerd. So, maybe it's the first time for everything. So, please get in mind on what you really trying to say to me, ladies and gentlemen. Because, let's be honest, it's not actually speaking French. You're not really saying bonjour. So.
Yeah, I really can't speak any. Sorry if you guys were looking forward to French lessons, but I don't know jack.
As always, Rosetta Stone.
There's always Google Translate.
Yep.
Anyway, but yeah, we'll get on to all that. But first, as some of you may or may not know, October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and Shrinetime Entertainment is helping to spread awareness and join the fight against breast cancer. 1 in 8 women who live to be age 80 will develop breast cancer in her lifetime. This makes the disease the second most commonly diagnosed cancer among American women, after skin cancer. 1 in 4 cancers diagnosed in the U.S. is breast cancer, yet 2 women are not only the ones receiving the diagnosis. Although the incidence of breast cancer is much less common among men, approximately 2,306 American men will learn that they have breast cancer this year. So our cover now will and remain pink all this month. So please hit like and join in the fight against breast cancer. It's one of our biggest diseases in our society, and we are proud to join in that fight. But we got on the lighter side though, we gotta say a big congrats to Caitlyn for her major role as Austin in Sunday Without God, which she did bring up in this little topic that we had just discussed.
Thank you.
No problem. How is it to play I first off?
It was definitely a different role. I often get cast in more monotonous roles, and I hadn't really played many 12-year-olds. I think the only lolly style character I had played previously was in Fate Collide as Miyu Elefeld, and she's pretty flat most of the time. She has that I'm talking here the entire time.
Of course.
But I actually got to play around with. She has a lot of life to her, and it's not something I get to do a lot, and she goes through a full range of emotions. I cried twice in the booth playing her. I broke down in tears after episode 3, and at the very end, I just started sobbing. Ridiculously amounts.
So you can feel the emotion that comes from that character. That's awesome.
Oh, and the series it's a very different series. It's a lot more artsy. It it has an overarching plot, but the arcs are kind of what's important. They're segmented in that.
Right.
It all ties together, but it makes you realize what one person can do for a world. Because it is one of those, the girl starts out, I want to save the world, but when you get to the point of, how do you save it when people are actually happy in it, despite there's a problem?
This is one of those anime where you're really thinking, how do you save the world from itself?
It's definitely that. It's definitely, how do you save the world from itself, and when people don't want to be saved? For those who don't know, the concept is essentially that God has abandoned the world, and people have stopped dying. Children have stopped being born, very children of men in that aspect. Children aren't being born. Ai is a very odd case because she's 12, and everything happened 15 years previously. And with people stop dying. So when they hit to the point where they are killed or die of diseases, they pretty much are zombies. But they're functioning, and slowly they start deteriorating into the zombies that we know. They get more primal, instinctual, and it's said that God's last miracle was the grave keepers, who are the ones who bury the dead and can send them over.
Right.
But like one of the arcs, she finds a city of the dead of people who have all died, and they're all happy. And her goal was, I want to put everyone at peace. But they are at peace. They're happy. It's a big thought-provoking anime, which I really enjoy.
We can't wait to see that. It's actually out. It's out now on.
For pre-orders, it was out from rightstuff.com. It comes out officially Tuesday, the 21st of October. So this week.
So definitely, if you still have time to pre-order, make sure to support the industry. That's what we're always talking about. Support the industry and buy this DVD. It's pretty awesome. Caitlyn's awesome in it.
Yes, and there is all the specials are included that came with the series. The little short episodes that they include, the omakis. One of them is terribly inappropriate, so enjoy. They're one fan service thing.
Yes.
Hot spring.
Oh, God.
Who could not be more happy about Hot Springs?
Okay, I watched Hot Spring episode.
Oh,
Yeah. They should claim
never
land in
aired.
the lava.
That never aired on TV.
Oh, yeah.
I learned that. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in there.
But no, it's funny.
Ash Clan. Guitar Empire.
Oh my god.
I love that. That's my favorite anime of all time.
We have got
At least space stuff, you know?
Yeah, pretty much.
We gotta talk about more about uncut anime in future episodes. We got
I
to.
know.
Yep.
It's a must. But yeah, it's coming out this Tuesday. Make sure to pre-order, buy it when it comes out. Doesn't matter. This as long as you support the industry and you buy it and don't torrent it. Don't bitch with it.
Yeah, if you want the industry to survive and you want dubs to keep happening, you guys gotta support the business. I mean, that's just the truth of the matter.
And the funny thing is, even if you don't want, even if you're the type of person that don't like dub, we won't get the anime at all if you don't put money into it.
Yeah, pretty much.
So,
We'll get any of it.
But what you put in will also come out. So if you don't put in too much, you know what I'm saying, for what you love, it's not going to get out of it. You're not going to get anything out of it. Make sure you actually support the industry that you love. Go buy an anime DVD today and make sure it's Sunny Without God first. Yeah. But of course, moving on to our news portion of the podcast. Well, the noteworthy anyway. According to ANN, the entertainment news website Deadline reported on Thursday that Dreamworks has made a $10 million offer to actress Scarlett Johannson to star in the American live-action film of Masamune Shiro's Ghost in the Shell Cyber Police manga. The website has reported last month that Dreamworks was quote unquote in the early talks with the Australian actress Margot Robbie for that role, but the site noted today talks fizzled, and Robbie is now looking likely to be in the DC Comics and Warner Brothers' upcoming Suicide Squad film.
Ooh.
Deadline noted that Warner Brothers would not comment on Robbie's status in the Suicide Squad film. Germany. Okay. Well, let me just say this right now.
If I saw a picture of her, I probably can guess who.
Oh man. I will say this though. I mean, what do you guys think about them
Hello?
actually getting for
What's up, Mike?
Scarlett Johannson?
I am not happy about it, actually.
Me neither.
You could probably find it on my page, the giant rant I had regarding the selection of Scarlett Johansson to play Motoko. I feel, first off, I get the fact that anime people appear white. However, I think whitewashing the character of Motoko is, first off, kind of insulting. Second of all, there are so many better actresses that actually look like Motoko. Rinku Kikuchi, Mako Mori in Pacific Rim. There are pictures, there are shots of her, shot by shot, who looks exactly like Motoko. But we're gonna go for the chick who was Black Widow because we're gonna ride off that Marvel fame because that's all they got. Scarlett Johansson isn't even good half the time. Her Black Widow is terrible. She doesn't even have a Russian accent.
Wow.
Well, that'd be the director's fault.
That was
No,
correct.
it is not their fault. She actually refuses to do accents because she can't do them.
Oh, okay.
Well, that's fair for her. I mean, that's just them putting her in a position that. It's like,
But that's just the thing. Why would you even suggest on getting an actress that won't do accents? On top of that, won't do what you want them to do. You know what I'm saying? That's the whole point. Like, don't just put them in a position where they're not going to perform like they're supposed to, and you're reading them. But I don't know if they.
The problem is a lot of casting like this is done because they want to sell. They know people will get it just because it's Scarlett Johansson and her boobs.
Oh,
That's the truth of it, and
Yeah.
that is what it is. It doesn't matter her acting talent. Hollywood is casting it based on how she looks because they know if they put her up there, people will buy it because they like her because she's hot.
That's bullshit.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
just
just
saying.
like just like a certain Angelina Jolie.
Yeah.
Right there,
Hey.
you are.
Yeah, he is here.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
Yeah,
right.
because
The problem is Hollywood has fallen into casting the same females over and over for action films. Angelina Jolie, Zoe Salata, Michelle Rodriguez, Scarlett Johansson is becoming one.
Mila
Uh,
Jovovich,
it's
don't forget.
I
Mila
like it.
Jovovich. Yeah, they're all being the ones. They're every action female. It's one of them, and I get it. They do it well, I guess, or they think they have the badass femme fatale look that they all want. But they gotta branch out if they want to keep their female audience. I'm sorry.
True.
I mean, if nothing else, my thing is like I didn't even thought about the whole whitewashing aspect because at least with Hollywood when it comes to action females, it's like they always get white women. Like, can I see a Latina? Can I see a black person? Can I see like every once in the blue moon? Once in the blue moon, you'll get somebody of another race. Like
You get Michelle Rodriguez and Zoe Salata, but
Yeah.
Zoe Salata's very light skinned also.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's like there needs to be more diversity in general because even when they do have the one or two minorities, it's the same ones.
And
Yes.
give them something more.
Well, some people
professional and
can't
more awesome.
act. So
Yeah, and then they can't act, which is the
Yeah,
other part.
that's why
Or
the
some people
polls
know
smell.
other people because other people's agents are paying off.
Give them some more. Give them something more awesome though. At the same time, don't just give me a sex symbol to touch. Scarlett Johansson is hot, but what else is there she can do?
She's hot.
She's hot, but it doesn't matter though.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, there's so many actresses that all they have is that they're hot, and that's about it.
Do not make me spin.
Nah, that's just Megan Fox.
Yeah.
True,
Just don't
true,
make
true.
me spin.
Scarlett actually can act, at least.
Yeah, of course. A little.
At times, her Black Widow is one of the worst I've seen out of her. My favorite movie with her is actually The Spirit, which is saying something.
Oh
I
wow,
haven't heard of that.
That's
You ever heard? Oh, The Spirit's
Spirit
awesome.
is terrible.
Oh my.
Oh, I love it. It's a cult classic already.
Oh, man.
God.
It's been awesome.
But her character paired with Samuel L. Jackson is such an awesome playoff of one another. It's two straight men doing it ridiculously well.
Oh my god. But see, my thing is, like I said, it all goes back to acting. It all goes back to being serious. Don't give me a sex symbol and think it's gonna be a good movie. I mean, if it's gonna be a good movie, then make it one. Don't just give me something that as a woman, she's good, she's sexy, she got the body for
She's-
it.
My thing
She's
is,
gonna say it.
my thing is like besides because I didn't even think about casting so much as I was concerned about like, well, most anime movies you don't know how it's gonna turn out until you see it.
Exactly.
So I don't want to judge because it's like how many people were hyped about Dragon Ball?
Oh
That
my
was
God,
no
we gotta talk
bullshit.
about
Hey,
this.
hey,
I
it
love
didn't.
Emmy Rossum, but she is not.
Never talk about
Hey,
that movie.
Hey, hey, it didn't. Dante, it didn't happen. Doesn't exist. I don't believe in bad movies. I don't believe in bad movies.
We all
But like every time there's like an anime movie, like it's usually disappointing. So my thing is
They
like
all
I'm
are.
not. Yeah. So my thing is I'm not gonna make a judgment until I see it.
exactly.
Well, what's really odd is it's DreamWorks picking it up. I'm
all people.
I'm curious why DreamWorks is picking up Ghost in the Shell. Not to mention, it's a really complex film for DreamWorks to be trying to undertake.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean,
my-
the backlash could you got
Epic
a whole
proportions.
community ready to rip it apart.
Epic proportions. I mean, granted, with the anime fandom, you're always gonna have people who hate it because it's the Americanized version.
Even Bato,
Oh, yeah.
Dude, even Richard Epcar is like, no.
Well, see, here's my thing though.
But anyways, I would like to say, yeah, going back to what you say about like about a bunch of females get these roles because of their sex appeal. We need another Renata writer, please. Come on. We need another Renata writer.
They just can't go crazy.
Like,
We need them to stay.
Same.
Thank you.
Yeah, for the most part.
they need to be more professional. They need to be more kick-ass. But at the same time, give me a mix of it. Don't just give me sex. Don't give me eye candy and think it's gonna be, you know what I'm saying, it's gonna sell.
But my
And this is coming from a podcast that talks about sex appeal.
I mean, my main
Hey, we
concern is
addressed
that
it. Still address it.
my main concern is that like every time they do any kind of animated thing like live action adaptations, like the producers never really look back at the source material. So my thing is like, are you gonna look at the source material or is it gonna be another Avatar Last Airbender?
Oh,
That
God.
also never happened.
That's another
No.
one we're gonna talk about.
No,
If you don't remember it, then the same mistake will be made.
It's gonna be made, period. Because
But
I
it never
have
happened.
no confidence.
I've read the Necronomicon since then.
Okay. Here's the thing, though. This may be a group consensus, though. Do you all feel that Hollywood will make a decent anime movie?
No.
No.
I don't know.
There's your
Never.
answer.
After Fist of the North Star, Dragon Ball, and Avatar, no. I'm
Well,
surprised. I'm gonna say
No.
this right now. I'm gonna say this right now.
No.
If Hollywood think it's a good idea to say, oh, we're gonna create a Ruby movie,
No.
I will go down there with an AK, with a Colt 45, and I start blowing this place up.
We're not
Thanks,
serious.
NSA. Thanks, NSA.
We're not
We're
serious.
joking.
Hold on.
Totally.
Seriously.
Let me make this
Completely.
Let me make this disclaimer. We at Shrinetime do not condone
Violence of any sort.
any violence of sorts.
Do not sue us, please.
Except for kittens. Well, actually, no. Actually, we love kittens. We actually love kittens.
You better not let Bell hear you say that.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
But yeah,
Okay,
I mean,
how about-
Hollywood. The problem with Hollywood doing live adaptations is like they do
Vinny.
it for a quick. They do it. The fact it happens. They do it for a quick buck, and they never actually care about the source material. And it sucks because it's like if you cared about the source material, it could work, but you don't. So
You don't. And Ghost in the Shell is so complex anyway.
yeah.
I mean, half your audience isn't going to get it in the first place
Yeah.
unless you dumb it down.
It's like trying to make a live action Metal Gear Solid. It's not going to work without,
what?
David Hayter. So,
No,
just certain things.
Yeah, well, we already had everyone up in arms because Michael Bay's already talking about Evangelion.
Oh my God! Though, but explosions.
No!
You haven't heard this? You haven't
Really?
heard?
But explosions
Yeah.
though.
Michael Bay is looking into trying to produce, direct
Has Spike heard
Evangelion.
about
Does
this?
he actually know it though, or is he just doing it for a quick buck?
Dude, Michael Bay is all about taking your childhood and adding about 1 million explosions and burying it at the same time.
Yeah, that's why
Yeah.
I call his latest movie, like, robots with explosions.
Yeah.
Or explosions with robots.
Not actually trash.
Oh my god, the samurai robot was so racist.
Oh, God.
Sadly, I
was
still
so
have yet to
bad.
watch it. I need to watch it. I never saw it in
There's
theaters.
an Asian. It's
Oh
a
yeah.
Sam-
Oh yeah, that one. Yeah.
so much English. I
The
felt
worst
so bad.
The worst one were the twins. The twins were the worst. It's just like
you plagiarize. You show racism to.
Sometimes they do it on purpose, They have to.
oh
They
god.
make
Yeah.
things very entertaining.
Like they had Guido bot
You
in
have to appeal
Transformers
to all
2.
crowds.
Yeah, Lord.
Yes, very so.
Jesus.
Who remembers the adventures of Jackie Chan?
Oh god.
I
Well,
tried.
at least, at least the guy was Asian who was writing it.
Yeah. I think
Oh,
Jackie
God.
Chan.
Very true.
He actually did a really good job with the Batman. Also, if you watch that, there's a lot of pullover art style with that.
I'm
It's
gonna say
pretty
this right now,
good.
guys. I'm gonna say this right now. I'm sorry to interrupt, but I just like to. I have a bad feeling that if Michael Bay makes Evangelion, picture the woman who plays Julie Powers from what's it called, Scott Pilgrim versus the World, to play as Oscar Langsley.
Oh no, no. Here's the thing, though, and this is even worse.
Or Bay Ayanami.
No. Oh my God.
The
No.
whole
No,
cast is gonna be whitewashed. You know that.
Yeah.
That's,
The thing is, if you picture that, you probably go as you have Oscar like bleeping like a sailor, like Julie Powers does.
well, that's one thing that I'll be looking forward to on that. But
Bet she
also,
won't be German.
of course.
Exactly.
But at the same time, though, Warner Bros. Is also considering a Bleach movie. Now,
Oh my god, that's fucking hilarious.
I quit. I'm done. I'm ready to quit. Fuck this.
I've already.
No.
How do you even do this? How do you make a
I
Bleach
don't
movie?
know.
Bleach is still going on. And, like,
Oh no.
where's
Well, you do
this
the first
end?
arc. You
I
can
have
do
no
like the
clue,
first arc.
but that
You
shouldn't
do-
happen.
you do-
But see,
you do
here's
the
No,
first
no.
arc.
we all had
No.
discussions
No.
about this. We all had discussions about it, and I've talked to Darrell about it. They said instantly, if they fuck up that movie so bad,
You know what's funny?
just have the anime community up in arms.
You know what's funny?
In other words, if M Night Shyamalan touches it, I will break his neck.
Every fucking time.
Oh, you know what's hilarious
But
though?
at least.
What?
Johnny could totally be Ichigo. He knows martial arts.
Of course.
But, yeah.
Johnny Young Bosch can be everybody.
Yeah, I know, right?
Make him everybody.
I was parent you
Here's the
once.
thing.
But can you make him wear that orange hair? I'm
Hey,
just-
guys.
Maybe.
No, they're gonna Americanize that.
Oh hell no!
Hey,
Boy,
guys,
guy.
like I said, if M Night Shyamalan touches Bleach, I'm gonna twist his neck. What a twist!
I don't understand why you keep taking. I don't understand why anybody lets M Night Shyamalan do anything. Like you know he's
Ever.
gonna fuck it up. You
We
know
all-
he's gonna fuck it up every time. Stop giving him stuff. God damn it,
Yeah.
Will Smith of After Earth.
Well, I mean, hey,
Yeah.
they want to fuck it up. That's their business. But leave
Yeah.
anime alone.
Yeah, you know what the anime community, you know what they should do with M Night Shyamalan. They'll give him a twist, all right, twist him like a pretzel. What a twist!
I mean, honestly, the only time I ever take live action seriously is when it's Japanese people, like Japan doing a live action, because at least it's like they care, they know the material. Whereas Hollywood is like, I know you're doing this for a quick buck, I know you're gonna whitewash it.
It's
So
just the
he's
thing.
pissed off.
They're not doing
Okay.
it for us.
Have you guys seen the Rurouni Kenshin live action trailer out of Japan?
Yeah.
That
Yes.
looks fantastic.
Exactly.
My friend,
I'm like,
Exactly.
that's doing it right.
my friend's
Yeah.
actually fanned of that trailer, and it's awesome.
Oh my
That's
god.
why it's like I only trust live actions from Japan because like, well, if Hollywood does it, they're gonna fuck it up. So
Hell no. But see, my thing is that I had no confidence in of Hollywood making decent anime movies ever since video game. They fuck up anime movies. I mean, video game movies.
Super Mario Brothers.
Let's do the Mario.
But
Super Mario with me.
dropped it.
Sadly, I have a guilty pleasure of loving to watch video game movies turn to live action,
Oh,
especially
yeah,
fighting
definitely.
games. I love the Tekken movie.
Yeah,
I like
I'm not
Super
gonna
Mario
lie
Brothers.
about it.
I
What about the
honestly like-
Chun Li
gonna lie.
movie?
decent. What y'all got to say about that? I have no opinion on it.
I saw a
watched it,
Chun Li
but I have
movie
no
that
opinion.
was.
I haven't watched that one actually.
It would-
I kind of refuse.
I don't know. It was okay.
Which movie?
The
Chun-Li
Chun Li movie. I
I
was.
like the original Street Fighter.
That one's
Quick,
so
change the
campy.
channel.
That's so campy.
Hey,
I agree.
actually, you know what? The best video game movie has to be the Mortal Kombat movies.
Oh yeah.
One and
Yeah.
Love
Mortal
the first one.
Kombat.
I don't like Annihilation.
I
I
say,
like both of them.
bro,
well,
kind
I
of
just didn't like the actor change. I guess
Yeah.
I really like the.
Oh, with Liu
Bridget
Kang
Wilson.
and Raiden.
yeah.
Liu Kang was the same. Raiden
Raiden
changed.
changed.
Sonya Blade changed.
I didn't
And
notice the
I
song.
loved. Yeah, Bridget Wilson played Sonya in
Huh.
the first one, and I thought she freaking nailed it.
Wow, that's
Johnny
funny.
Cage, they killed him because that does happen in the games. By the way, Mortal Kombat is the game I know all the lore to, just so y'all know.
Oh God!
Get over
Yeah.
there.
This is my
Hey.
area.
Oh,
Uh,
nice.
Hey, if I get my
Nice.
computer upgraded, hey, we should play Mortal Kombat 2011.
Can't wait
Oh
for
my
that new one.
god, I'm gonna stab myself in the face every time I
by
see
the way,
that game.
we definitely got to get our hands on Mortal Kombat 10 coming out.
Ugh.
That game looks marvelous.
That looks badass.
Yes, Cassie
Yeah,
Cage.
and it stayed true to the original. Yeah, take notes, Killer Instinct. Yeah, X-Bone.
I haven't even. Nope.
No,
Don't even
Yeah,
bother with it.
that's the only fight. Yeah, that's the only fighting game that's been ruined. Killer Instinct.
Yeah, I don't think I actually have ever seen that one
Well,
available.
next gen, yes, ruined it. But you want to play Killer Instinct, you go to Super Nintendo.
yes.
Yeah, Super Nintendo, the arcade,
The black cartridge.
and Killer Instinct 2 and Killer,
Killer
Instinct
Instinct Gold.
You bringing back my childhood. You know that, don't you?
Well,
Yeah.
let's remember, I am a gamer as well.
Oh, yes.
Go. Oh yeah.
Favorite character off that Jago. Yes. But in the meantime, though, I will say this though, I have no confidence in anime. In Hollywood making a decent anime movie. Why should I start now? Why do I have Scarlett Johannson? As sexy as she is, you're crazy as hell if you think she can pull it off. If you think she can pull it off, thank you.
They're not gonna write it decently anyway.
They gonna fuck it up.
Because sometimes even if you have certain actors, like if you give them a decent script, they can make it work. Like having what's his name from the Green Lantern movies do Deadpool.
Right.
He could do a good Deadpool if he has a good script. A lot of these movies don't give the actors decent scripts, so it's just like, well, you got bad writing, and then maybe the actor could pull it off, but if it's a bad actor, that's when it's like,
Deadpool's a really hard one to. Okay, Deadpool in his own being the star of something is really hard to pull off, because the thing about Deadpool is once you start taking him too far, he becomes so comedic you forget the deadly aspects of him.
Yeah.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
I think, honestly, I think he's a better side character than a main character. So a lot of the games and stuff that have been focused Deadpool have really kind of killed the character, but it's what everybody loves now and knows is Deadpool.
He is
Yeah.
hilarious.
Unfortunately,
Exactly.
buried the character.
Yeah.
I do love
Well,
the hilarity factor of him breaking
Yeah.
the fourth wall.
I know. And
I
we got.
do love that. I love it
Yes,
when he does it, and when the rest of the characters are super serious the whole time, though.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He'll
Yes.
kill you with a smile.
Oh,
Yeah.
Exactly. And not to mention, we got Nolan North to thank for
Ah,
bringing that character alive.
Love me.
Yeah.
Nolan North. I
North.
love Nolan
He
North.
but I
voiced-
swear to God.
He voices like everybody.
Yes, he does.
Nathan Drake,
Oh yes.
Oh yeah.
Miles,
The leader of
Rock
the Saints.
Broken Turret, Guy in Bites,
See?
Guy in Bites.
Wolverine
Rainbow Ram.
versus the Hulk,
Cliff
I thought
Jumper.
was probably the best use of Deadpool I'd seen in a really long time.
Cliff
Indeed.
Jumper, the Transformer games.
I like the after the credits scene. I think. I believe.
Oh
like,
yeah, where he's just trying
Yeah.
So,
That was hilarious.
that's
I love the
correct.
cameos in it. When he's doing the rockabye bam and you see baby X-23 in one of the vats. It's like, ah ha ha.
Rockabye.
Dumb.
Yeah.
But I swear to God, if they ever get Ryan Reynolds to do that live action Deadpool movie,
As long as it's live action. If it's animated, I'm gonna be pissed because like that just needs to be Nolan. Because he's like he is
Right?
Deadpool.
See, if you're doing
Best.
it in a CGI thing, you might as well just have it be the guy. I don't know. That seems to have been a thing recently, though, because I think DC's redoing the Teen Titans.
Oh,
They're
live
they're
action.
doing a move. Are they doing it live action, or are they
It's gonna
doing
be.
a
I read about this
animated?
because I'm a big fan of Arrow, and the Flash and all that.
Yeah.
I just actually met Caitlin Lotz. That was awesome. But I read an article because it's gonna be in the same universe as Arrow and Flash. TNT's gonna have their own series called Titans, and it's gonna be led by Nightwing.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be a TV series.
Oh man.
Which is interesting because I noticed I read Tara Strong's Twitter sometime, and she made a comment of. I noticed it a little bit ago that she made the comment of, one day I'll have enough TV roles to keep the characters I voice, which kind of indicated that she was getting something was
might
getting
be hired.
recast.
And they're
Well-
also doing the Suicide Squad too.
I don't think Harley's going to be in the Suicide Squad movie from what I've been reading.
And here's the thing, though. and I'll say this right now. Whoever they cast for that Suicide Squad movie, that it has to be exactly like Deadshot, or
Well,
it
they
has
got Lawton from
it has to-
Arrow.
I'm gonna be pissed.
They already got the actor that's on Arrow. He does Deadshot pretty good.
This hope he does.
I'm very curious to see who they cast in Suicide Squad. I don't know. I'm excited for the Justice League movie, but I feel like they're doing it backwards, so I've had a really hard time getting motivated about the rest of the movies in the series.
Oh God.
I mean, they're doing all the single ones after the big one. You're kind of at that point.
And
I'm
you're
like,
doing reverse of what Marvel's doing. What the hell?
yeah,
Yeah,
they're doing reverse. The way Marvel did it pumped you up for their eventual
He
reunion.
taking a step back. It's like
Yeah.
they're really taking a step back from.
And to be fair, they're giving Cyborg a movie, which I'm kind of happy about. But
Oh.
Why
but
not?
no one does Cyborg like
Fate.
Carrie Payton.
Yeah.
No
but-
one says Booyah like
Booyah!
Even in Justice League War, the fact it wasn't Carrie Payton, I was like, you're not Cyborg.
You're
I'm sorry.
Right?
You're not. You're
Right?
not Cyborg.
Hey,
taking a step
hey,
back.
hey, that cyborg from Teen Titans Go could be a better cyborg than that guy.
That's Carrie Payton.
That's still
That is
him.
Carrie.
That's
They
still
got
him.
all. Yeah,
Oh,
they got
really?
all the original voice actors for Teen Titans Go.
I
But
still
see,
don't acknowledge
oh,
the
yeah,
existence of that. But
We
yeah.
will not bring that up ever again either.
Uh-uh.
Well, let's just say this: Teen Titans Go is a freaking parody. That's what it is.
Roy and I agree that this is not Teen Titans. Not at all.
No, Titans go anyway.
No,
More like a parody from. I
Teen
think
Titans
it's a Bizarro.
Go!
No. Here's the thing:
that's the
Teen Titans Go is from Bizarro World.
Cyber!
That one. That's from Bizarro World. That's where they came from.
yeah.
It's sad. I'm really sad they canceled Young Justice. I mean, that was their next big thing, but
I'm sad too.
it was good. But I felt like they started after first season. They stopped focusing on the characters just to expand the DC universe, and that was kind of
Yeah.
the fault in it.
Yeah, kind of like they did with Just League Unlimited.
Yeah, they tried to DC universe things too fast, and it ruins the
Yeah.
mystique of it. They're like, oh yeah, by the way, between seasons, 5-year jump. What?
Exactly.
What the fuck?
Why am I supposed
And you
to
have
care?
no idea what happened.
Pretty
What
much.
I want to see is more Teen Titans.
The
That's
original.
what I want to see.
The original. And the original.
Yeah,
And
Titans
how-
go!
And how about this? Never give the Teen Titans idea to Will Fred. No. Don't
What?
give that idea to Will
Oh,
Fred.
wait, hold on.
What are you talking about?
Wait, I forgot his name. The guy who voices Terry McGinnis.
Oh,
Yeah, the-
Will
Will
Friedle.
Friedle?
What's wrong with him? He's
That's right.
awesome.
Why?
Yeah, he's awesome,
He's
but
epic.
I think he's a co-producer of that. I think he produces it or
Of
did
what?
some work on it.
Well,
I don't know.
to be fair, I don't think that's his choice. I think that's kind of the work he's given. When you do the contract work for that, you kind of
Oh.
don't say no to that.
No.
I mean,
Oh, I
Honey.
see.
Not at all.
And he didn't know more about the series. I see.
Yeah, well,
well, to be fair, he's been around the DC voice acting world for a while.
yeah.
Yeah.
He's branched out from
Unstoppable.
several other worlds. He's actually done a great Bumblebee on Transformers Prime, which is pretty good. When he did give him they finally gave him a voice after the last season. So I
And
guess
he's Lino.
Lionel and Thundercats.
I still love how they threw in the
He the fucking
Lino.
said too. Damn.
Huh?
I hate
Uh-oh.
they canceled Thundercats.
I
Yeah.
know. I really enjoyed where it was going.
Yeah,
And
I
was
liked
like,
how
oh,
they tossed in the original Lino as his father.
Right.
Yeah.
That's a cool thing to do. I think.
Yeah,
Nostalgia.
I think
Since
that's
he's
a really
older.
cool thing to do.
yeah, that made sense. I'm like, that's so cool.
That is paying respect to the people who worked on the original series, but
Mhm.
moving forward at the same time, which I
Yeah.
think's really cool for any series to do.
Matt's just a badass Tigra.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, my.
Among
Yeah.
other characters, like Leon.
Leon!
Oh,
Jinx.
man.
Resident
Well,
Evil
if-
4.
If they were to continue on, what do you think it would have gone?
On
If
what?
it would they continue Thundercats?
I didn't watch till where they ended it, so I have no clue.
Okay.
I need
I
a marathon.
imagine you were gonna get a lot more of Mumra acting out, a lot more.
Mumra.
You're gonna get a lot more of his story,
And-
probably homaging to the old series because The old series was very episodic. You don't have to watch them in a row like this new series. You kind of had to know what was going on.
It had an ongoing plot.
Yes, exactly.
Exactly, and not to mention, you don't have to get pissed off to the point that it left off with a cliffhanger. For the fact of the matter is, Pumira had backstabbed the Thundercats, which I am still at rage. Cartoon Network.
Good story. Good story.
They could have.
You got to do that. You got to do that sometimes. You got to stab people in the back to have a good story.
Yeah.
Not everyone's nice.
Yes.
And
Assassin's Creed.
Here's the thing. I like that story. I like that story. I want to watch more of it, but no, Cartoon Network kind of
do it on purpose, bro. Do it on purpose.
Ratings.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Well, dude, even manga does it. Like, if it's a good author, artist, they will make it where it's just getting good, and then end of chapter. You gotta wait.
Stick a fork in them, they're done.
Like, that's why I'm addicted to Fairy Tail. Every chapter is like that.
Yeah.
Every chapter.
Exactly.
After a while, if I don't have resolution, I get mad and throw things at the wall. I need some sort of resolution.
Oh, there's resolution mixed in, but then it's like the next thing. Suddenly,
See, that's I can deal with. I need resolution to my problem that's happening, and then if you want to hint at the next stuff, cool. But otherwise, I'm like, you can't leave me on cliffhangers all the time. I'm just gonna get pissed off and
like,
get
final
scared.
blow, or someone shows up, they only show the back of their head. Surprise look on main character. Find out next time.
Yeah. See, he does a great announcing.
Find out next time on Dragon Ball Z.
See, I'm telling you, he can outline, carry. I mean, Kyle Hebert.
I'm a voice match machine. I'm sorry.
Like for real, he does a good job. Don't feel
He
sorry.
does.
Recently, actually, what I'm proud of is that I could sound like is Korin from Dragon Ball Z. Yeah, Jirobe, you're an idiot. Yeah, Goku, only you have to eat one bean. They're magical.
I like.
Why did you have to post that in chat? That makes me sad. Just so all of you know, I'm staring currently at Scarlett Johansson's boobs, which I'm pretty sure aren't real.
Yes, I'm gonna say this right now. Is that her, Mikoto? Is that her?
I guess if you want to look at standalone complex, I guess.
Oh God.
Oh man.
Makoto, I thought it was Matoko.
Matoko.
Matoko Kusanagi. I just call it Major Kusanagi.
Major.
Yeah, Major Kusanagi. My fault.
I thought,
Sorry.
For
God,
the longest time, I honestly thought
Alright.
her name was Major when I was watching this game. I thought her name was Major. I'm like, why
They
did they
never
just
call her
call
by her
Major?
first name.
Sorry.
They don't sometimes. They're just like Major. I'm like,
They didn't call it
it's
that
just
instead
Major.
of complex.
How do I Google search Major and not get a bunch of weird stuff?
Oh God.
And I'm gonna say this right now. I'm sorry if I'm derping out at the moment.
Oh, that's alright.
No, you're good.
You must have certain scientific railgun on your brain.
Like for instance,
That's
or either that,
Makoto.
or Matoko. Yeah, here's and not to mention,
He's coming down off the rage hype.
and not to mention that I had to deal with my internet to the point that I had to rewire the whole damn house.
That's gotta be
that's
annoying.
No fun.
Actually, not the house, my room. Actually,
But it's okay. It's all good. But you know, we deviated long from this podcast. But to the next news, little cycle I throw it up here. German production company Candid Film announced on Sunday, last Sunday, that it will produce a television show spin-off from its live-action Resident Evil films. The series will begin after the next feature film.
There's another one?
Yeah, it's gonna be a never-ending series.
Why?
It's gonna be a never-ending series.
Finish.
It's still making money.
I'm with you there, Caitlin. I'm with you there.
That is how I feel about that.
That
is how I feel about that. Why? Because that entire series is based off their little Mary Sue fanfic character, Alice.
Yep.
Let me finish. Wow. Atlas? I thought it was Alice.
It's Alice. I do not care about her.
Yeah, Constantine produced its first zombie apocalypse movie based on Capcom's survival horror game series in 2002 with actress Mila Djokovic as the protagonist, Alice. Franchise producer Paul W.S. Anderson stated in June that he is pending the first draft of the sixth and final film of the series, and it was technically titled Resident Evil: The Final Chapter.
Is it, or is it gonna be like, oh, it's the final chapter? It's gonna be like Final Fantasy.
Well, they say
more.
It's the final one.
They need to randomly cameo Shiva in there. They got a lot of characters they haven't put in yet that they just gotta randomly say are dead, but then go back and say they're not dead. Like Leon
Actually, they
Kennedy
did
in
die.
the first music.
Actually, it's a retcon. Jesus.
Oh, in the first movie they're like, Officer Leon Kennedy, dead. Dang, she killed Leon already. That's awesome, Resident
Wow,
Evil.
I didn't even
One.
No,
catch
we gotta
that.
bring him back though. But we
And
got
then they bring it back, yeah. That's why I can't stand those movies. I'm like, you guys can't decide what you want to do. And randomly you're like, oh yeah, Jill turned blonde and had something on her chest. We gotta do that too.
Zester.
God,
Oh, so you're talking about
Okay.
Transformers then?
And then with her somebody you kill off Ada Wong. Duh. Then you kill off who you think should be pretty good, which is Michelle Rodriguez. And then you make her into a duplicate. You make her into a duplicate assassin. Wow. The first one, the people that you made in the first movie, you made into enemies. What a surprise.
It's just
to be fair, Ada Wong is annoying in all aspects.
But
Oh,
at least
wait,
they got
there's
the
more.
At least they got the ethnicity right. That's the only thing I can give.
I actually really like Leaping Bing, so
E-
not complaining.
Right.
But it's just like it's like a series that's gone on too long, so the systems have to start retconning things because it's like, oh wait, that character actually is really popular. Let's completely change things
And
around.
bring
for the
them
next
back.
movie.
What is it's like they take the cliff notes of whatever game just came out and they're like, oh shit, we got a child China, Kate, China, Ada's cloned. Let's see. Naked. Let's include Sherry and Jake somewhere in there.
Oh.
So to be
Just
fair, the storyline in 6 with Sherry and Jake is like the most extreme action-packed worst first date ever. That is what I call that version.
I would not be surprised if they bring some more people back, like from Afterlife or Revelation, or maybe as far back as Afterlife. So my thing is,
What was
stop
the most
with
recent one called?
the most recent one.
Yeah,
I have no idea.
I can't remember.
I can't remember.
Was it Extermination? I forgot.
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah.
That or Apocalypse? One of those.
No,
Oh my
Apocalypse
gosh.
was the third one, I think.
Oh my
Okay.
gosh.
Dude, I mean, it's so. I mean, you
I
forget about
can't even.
It's so dumb.
There've been too many. What I want is a Resident Evil. Okay, a movie based on Resident Evil 4, and it have the merchant guy in it somewhere.
Oh my god, yes.
The
Why you
merchant
buy
just
it?
needs
Why you sell
exactly.
it? Oh, I buy that at a high
Retribution
price.
was the current one.
Okay.
Retribution.
Okay, I
Too
know.
many.
I actually went and saw that for the hell of it, and I don't even know where those movies are going anymore.
I mean, it's
don't
not just the movies itself. The games are kind of went off track too.
Well, depends which one you play.
The sixth, well, Resident Evil 6.
Okay.
5 and 6 don't exist. What are you talking
Well, it
about?
depends on who you're talking to. 5 and 6, depending on who you're talking
Well,
to.
5 was fun, but it wasn't scary.
No, the problem is that after you played for a certain point and unlike Silent Hill where you always pick up a new character who's being exposed to the horrors for the first time, you have characters who are aware, so those things that they're fighting become less scary. That's the thing. That's the progression with Resident Evil.
Yeah.
And I understand where survival horror fans are really pissed off about that, but it's really hard to recreate the same horror when Chris Redfield knows what he's doing all the time.
Yeah,
I mean,
in all of
the
them.
punching rocks, really ridiculous. However, let's be fair about
It's
it.
more like repeat chapter this over and
Yeah.
over
I mean,
until
my
you
problem
have a
with-
lot of money, and then upgrade everything to max. Go through game.
My
Oh,
big
I
with
never did
Resident-
that. I stun batoned everything in 5.
Stun baton.
I
Dude,
found the
you
perfect
can
chapter
melee
to milk money
everything
from.
until
I mean,
very end.
my thing with Resident Evil is like, to me, it's become less survival horror and more like action horror. Like you look at Silent Hill, like you have to survive and you're always terrified shitless. But Resident Evil is like you're very well equipped to deal with the shit you're dealing with.
How about
Well,
this? You want?
Again, it's because the characters know what's going on. They've dealt with it before. That's the problem with having reoccurring characters in survival horror is the horror stops being horror because they know how to deal with it.
Yeah, but exactly. But then it's like it's still that issue of like, well, it's not scary. It's just like it's still an interesting story, but it's like it's not. Silent
The
Hill
actual
scares shit out of
gameplay
me.
isn't that scary when you're locked and loaded.
That's what I mean.
It's not
Like
gonna be scary.
Silent Hill is like, to me, will always be scary. Whereas Resident Evil's gotten to this point, like I still think it's interesting. It's just it's not scary anymore. Like I would say it's not even survival horror.
See,
No, it's not, and they've recognized that. They've said like, yeah, it's moved beyond survival horror at this point. And I know fans are really pissed off because they're not staying to their roots with that.
Well,
but sometimes games have got to progress because Silent Hill and Resident Evil aren't in the same playing field anymore. They're never gonna be again.
Now, how about this?
And
If
Yeah, I
y'all
understand
pay
that.
attention, you want survival horror? The Evil Within.
oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
That
that one's
game-
great.
That
That
game
is
only
great.
gives you like I've been watching a Let's Play of it. It literally you found ammo? 1 bullet.
Yeah, one bullet.
You
Deal
find
with it.
another. It looks like there's 5. Oh, it's 2.
It gives
Literally,
you
I've been watching. I think who was it? Either iFrames or Rad Brad play through it, and 1, he's hilarious, and 2, like, damn, like that game is hard as hell. Like you don't
That
want to
and-
fight. You can fight
That
if you
one-
want to, but you better like distract and run.
That one and Alien Isolation. Those two
Oh
I've
shit! I've been watching iFrames play through that.
Those, I've been
oh.
watching Markiplier. And Markiplier, it's just really good because it's like, now this
Oh.
is fucking terrifying.
But here's the thing.
iFrames
Yeah,
is hard.
here's a guy. Yeah, here's a guy I like to watch. Total Biscuit.
No, I never heard of him.
you know.
Yeah, I don't watch the stuff.
Ah.
But see, here's my thing though. With all these other survival horror games out there, do you think it kind of makes Resident Evil irrelevant?
No,
Well,
That's
if
it.
it's in
No.
another genre,
kinda
I mean,
make-
it's
they kind of made things a little bit darker when they came out with Revelations 1 and 2.
those are
If
really
2 is out.
fun.
Is
Yeah.
2 out yet?
No. Revelations is coming out. It's on the cover of Game Informer this month with Claire and Maura, who is, I believe, Barry Burton's daughter.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that one's gonna come through with Claire. You get actually 2 females, which is kind of cool. This
Yeah.
time teaming up. I mean, they've had it a few times, but it's really cool to kind of see outside of the
Veronica
Dark Side
X.
Chronicles. Well, Veronica X and the Dark Side Chronicles that revisit that, and Umbrella Chronicles that also revisit that. Despite Umbrella Chronicles is more Rebecca and Billy, which is some of my favorites, by the way. But that's kind of, they make things darker and go and fill in holes that I kind of like, and they do try to go back to it a little bit, but again,
You're
I
still
don't think it
getting
makes
the
it
same
irrelevant. If you
characters.
care about the characters in their story and the story they're telling, it's not irrelevant. In survival horror, maybe.
You should.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I understand. That's what's like. If as long as it's moved, like I can understand it moving because I still like the characters. It's just
Yeah.
the last few games have been really iffy. 5 to me is a base breaker, and 6 to me I hear more on the negative side than the good side.
Yeah, a lot of people don't like 5 and 6 that much. I played through I think 5 with my friend when it first came out. Release night, we got through half of it playing co-op online, and then next day, within less than 24 hours, we beat it.
Oh wow.
I done went to
'cause-
five.
I just
I didn't buy it. I didn't buy
don't play it by yourself, because God,
Yeah.
the
AI is
AI
stupid. Actually, you know
yeah.
what I learned? If you put the AI on that game to not defend but to attack, it actually plays smarter.
little
I found that out.
Yeah.
little bit.
Little. As long as you give them a badass weapon anyway.
Some.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say all. The AI is still way off. Their AI technology is.
Dude, AI on RE games have always been off.
Yeah.
So what beats that one to the pulp would be one of my favorite games to play is Tenchu 3 Wrath of Heaven.
Yeah.
Oh,
You can
man.
be like barely, that game is based on line of sight big time. It's not like a cone of vision, it's just a straight line and a little bit left, a little bit right diagonal. And like where do you go? And you're literally crouching right in front of them underneath a ledge. And a normal person would be able to see, but nope.
Can't see it. Nope. Not in front of me.
Or you suddenly drop a bomb like right in front of someone else, like, where'd you go? And then you're in a bush.
Oh my god.
I love that game.
Yes. Right. But before we, like you said, before we go into speaking French, we're actually going to go into our hot topic a little bit, just a little bit more. We heard a little bit about, Caitlin's point of view when it comes to parents and how they view anime, like you do. Let me go around tables around my crew and see how their parents felt about them watching anime and how they love anime themselves or hate it. Joe confirmed. Let me go to Roy because I know I'm going to get some insight from him.
Man, I'm just lucky that my parents were both nerds. I've been playing, like, I know it's not anime, but I gotta thank Toonami / a good friend of mine for that. DBZ was the first anime I ever watched, and yeah, my parents didn't care. Like, again, they were nerds, so they were the type of parents that when they played Mario, they got so far. You can't save on the older games, so you'd have to like keep it on or keep playing or whatever. So that's what they would do all the time. So I was exposed to video games super early on. Like, I was playing violent games when I shouldn't have been. Like Duke Nukem 3D when I was like 6. Or Doom, all those games that came out. Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat.
You want to talk about how gory it was? I
love the first Mortal Kombat.
I love the first Mortal Kombat. I played it since I was like, what, 6.5, 7? And then got introduced to Duke Nukem 3D when I was 9. So, yeah, I can understand that. Unlike you guys, my parents don't get it at all.
Oh, so your parents aren't nerds?
No. They still want me to go into the real world. But I tell them it's about as real get. Between the real world, I can deal with the real world. But it doesn't make me happy. I do what it makes me happy.
Yeah, I actually have a box of VHS DVZ tapes somewhere. In storage. Like, I think I started buying them when the Trunk Saga started, and
I think I still got that VHS.
Then the Majin Buu Saga, then the Android Saga, some of the Cell Saga. I think that's what I have.
I still got that.
Because I loved how they had the artwork on the side of the boxes, like you pieced
Right,
it
when you
together.
collected them, they completed the picture.
Yeah, I hated that one. One time I was buying them, and suddenly the one parts didn't match because they redid or re-released the VHS, and it was a different artwork. And then one, it pissed me off. There was one, I was missing a piece, but I could not find it on VHS, so I had to buy the part on DVD.
That's how I was, the not Majin Buu, the, Great Saiyaman art.
Great Saiyaman!
I had all those, and then the last one, I could never find Vidal's face, and I was like, dang it!
Almost!
So close!
Not close enough.
Saiyaman!
Oh, man, but let me go to Dante. Dante, how does your parents feel about you in the anime?
I have old-fashioned black parents. What do you think? I mean, to me, like, what's actually interesting is geekdom and black culture, because I feel like, especially with old-fashioned black parents, you're more likely to have the situation of they didn't get it. I had such a huge fallout with my parents in like high school. It was just like more like high school bullshit plus you're young, rebellious teenager plus your parents, and we're pretty much at a point now. Like, I do conventions, I do that stuff. And they don't really ask me about it, and I don't care that they don't. Like, I just do my own thing. Like, they still don't care. Like, I'm, like, probably the biggest geek on my mom's side of the family. The second other person that likes anime is the black sheep of the family. So it's just like, well, I want to associate with that bitch. So it's pretty much just me, and I don't... That's why I'm usually of the position or the opinion, like, I don't care if somebody else likes what I'm doing, I'm going to do it, and fuck that. I don't care about anybody else.
Jeez. Well,
that's what I never really talked to my parents about, and I don't care if they know about it or not. Well, it's more complicated.
Well, that's the kind of truth. So you guys have it more better than we have here. So that you guys have. And I'm speaking for Roy and Caitlin and everybody else. You guys have it better. So.
And especially when you factor in me being a Yaoi fangirl, it's not like I talk about that shit, so no.
Oh my.
Oh no.
Yeah, you can't talk about it.
Ooh. What Caitlin was saying about, a fan service. You can't show that for a parent.
You can't show that, so.
Yeah, there's just some work you can't show them, and then being like, or saying certain titles. So the title Bodacious Space Pirates sounds bad. It's not though.
It's
There's
not.
no service in that show. It's a good show, but you say the title and they give you that look of what?
What the hell?
It could.
I'm
it
not
could be worse.
Bible black or anything. I swear.
Oh my.
It could be worse. It could be worse. If what's his name? If Nate is here, he will rage at me for saying this, but it could be worse. Cat Planet Cuties. Yeah.
Actually, what's funny? You want to know what they call that?
What?
Representation? Kitties with titties.
Oh my god.
I shit you not. Shit you not. That's what they call
Oh
it.
god.
He got this like real in detail.
Oh God! Tell
That's
me,
what happens when
tell
you
me
talk with
something
a
I
lot of
don't
people
know.
that were in it.
Jesus.
Hey, you hear that? You hear that, Nate? You hear that, Nate?
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
I was shouting out.
Kitties
Bro.
with titties. You arranged for that name too.
Oh, all the
Oh.
rage that would come from Nate.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
because the actual name is Asubi ni Kyu, something like that.
Yeah.
Let me grab the box.
Golly.
Yes, I own it. Asubi ni Kyu. Ikyo, I can't say it. That's why they call it Cat Plant Cuties.
Because you can't be. See, this is the great thing. This, if nothing else, out of Funimation and Sentai, they really look at these titles and say, "Hey, you know what I'm saying? If it's inappropriate to say,
Oh,
don't make a name for it."
speaking of title switches, one that pissed all the voice actors off that they changed the name on is Corpse Princess.
Yes.
They all learned how to say Shikabane no Hime without messing up, so all of the voice actors that are in that refer to that as Shikabane Hime.
That's how I.
Oh god.
That's how I felt about it. I mean,
You learned the name.
I didn't want to say Corpse Princess. I wanted to say Shikabane Hime because it's hard to say.
Here's another one. Here's another one. He got the HK, or like to call it.
Well, that's still in the
Yamada's
title, though.
first time.
You got HK still in the title, though.
Yeah.
I know, but Yamada's first time. Now that sounds funnier.
Oh,
Because
God.
it's her first time.
Well, the full title is You Got HK, Yamada's first time. Or no, it's Yamada's first time, You Got HK.
Yeah.
I always get that mixed up.
Of course. But
I love that show.
Yeah, of course. But Can't Play Views, let me say, is pretty good as well. Even though it's got a lot of fan service. I will say this though, they could stop with a lot of fan service shows indefinitely.
Blame Japan.
Only Japan.
No, actually, it's a complicated issue where that's what sells, and they don't have the money to take risks. But then it's just like weird chicken before the egg problem, where it's like, well, Japan wants to do other things, but that's what sells. So
But you know,
Yep, and then
You
who
gotta
you...
take an erotic novel and turn it into an anime. That's how we got Fate Stay Night, right?
Yeah.
well, Fate Stay Night's all.
That's a visual novel, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's a visual novel. Fate
It
Stay Night.
has some H games to it.
Fate Stay Night is a situation where they didn't have confidence in their work, and they made like a hentai because that's the group, but they re-released it with like 18 plus without the sex scenes.
I know that.
When you're
It's
dead,
just kind
you
of funny.
die.
People still get pissed off about Fate Collide when it's like it's actually a little closer to the roots than you think.
Yeah, I mean it is it's an Arrow Dojin group when it switched over the notes.
Yeah.
So it's like that is what it is.
But Liam O'Brien was awesome in that, though. I have to say.
Oh yeah. Liam
Liam
O'Brien's
O'Brien
awesome.
can't do wrong.
He can't.
Yes, Archer.
He was
I could not remember the words of that anime.
Oh,
He was also Nightcrawler.
Yes,
Just
he was
gonna go there.
Nightcrawler.
Oh, he was.
Queen
Oh,
and
wow.
X-Men.
Yeah. I forget
Guten
the other
Tag,
one.
my Fräulein.
Oh,
Yes, and he is also God of the Desert.
You're going to school, Caitlyn, in a
And
minute.
War. Then there's War from Darksiders.
I'm trying to think. There's one other. I'm trying to think who the other prominent Nightcrawler voice is, but I can't think of it at the
Oh,
moment.
you
I'm like,
mean Brad Swell in
Yes,
X-Men
yes,
Evolution?
yes,
I love a
Evolution.
smell of bacon in the morning.
I actually very much.
He has
like
that
Nightcrawler.
yeah, he definitely has that young death that I was looking for.
I have
Yeah.
like 3 Nightcrawler voices. I have my own, then based getting close to Liam, then getting close to Brad. It's always so fun. Nightcrawler is my favorite character.
One of mine. He's one of my 4. Nightcrawler out of X-Men. Nightcrawler, Rogue, Gambit, and Wolvie.
Oh.
And they've killed Wolvie.
Oh, now you remember the the classic cartoon?
Yes.
Yes.
One voice I've realized I can actually do. No, Gene! The name's Wolverine.
Gene!
Savior, what are you doing here?
All I can do is think of Cyclops and optic blasting.
Optic Blast.
Optic Blast!
Optic Blast.
Of course.
Marvel vs. Capcom. Optic Blast.
Oh man, you guys are taking me back to my childhood. I swear to God.
I'm good at that. I'm good at sitting in my nostalgia.
Of course.
But We totally sidetracked again.
Yes, we did.
Yeah, we did.
That's
Super
what we're
hard.
known for, though.
I know, I'm really bad at it.
It's for that.
Sorry, guys, my bad.
It's all good, you know. We fanned out a lot. The fans, but it's
At least it wasn't wrestling this time.
of course. But it was pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
I think everybody got the idea of it. May not be watching wrestling, but yeah, they got the gist of it. But anyway, moving on because we're about to end the show. But first, we gotta get on with speaking French. And
Man.
You forgot me how I get into that. You just.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Yes. How my parents see me watching anime? Well, it's a long story. Even though my mom, God rest her soul, yeah, she doesn't understand what I'm watching and all this stuff. She claims it cartoons and all that. I mean, for the fact of the matter is that it's like I got into animes ever since I saw an advertisement of Ranma Half, which is during the time where I watched like Pokemon, what else? Sailor Moon, Dragon Ball Z, and all the others. I didn't know. And of course, Ronin Warrior.
Oh yeah.
And Speed Racer. I don't know. I don't know what kind of cartoons they're from, but I got into this whole Japanese culture when I watched like shows like Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, and I understand for the fact of the matter is that Power Rangers came out in came from a show called Kuryu Sentai Zoo Ranger. And I did, and then around 2003, I've been doing some research, looked things up, and I looked up Super Sentai, Tokusatsu, and also anime. And anime got me more interested because most of the characters and stuff. And the first anime I really got into, other than Ranma Half and what I owned, and I still own it to this very day, what's it called? Let's see, Sorcerer Hunters, which is the first anime that I really own. And until then, I've been picking up some more animes, such as what else? Big O, which is one of them, and I watched it on Adult Swim way before the series came out. And the first anime I looked up while watching on online was, what's it called? Bleach. And of course, I've been downloading Bleach like since 2004, and right before Viz Media picked it up around 2006 or 2007. I forgot the year when it came out, but I looked to the series, and my mom was watching this. Like, why are you watching these cartoons on the internet? I was like, those are not cartoons; they're anime, and she still don't understand. And when she saw like one anime called Ranma Half, and she saw one of them, she's like, "You're not watching this anymore because you've been watching those half-naked women."
She just needs some cold water. Or hot water.
Man, what'd she do now when she turns on the TV?
It's like, he's like, all of them are half-naked women. They like, there's that old man trying to film on those women. And she looked at Master Roshi from Dragon Ball. I was like,
if she sees Attack on Titan, she's gonna flip her lid.
She's not anymore because she's not with us anymore.
Yeah, like I said before, if she was here, she would definitely be flipping her lid with what's going on in the world these days.
Yeah, she's like, oh my God, those giants are eating those people up. What the hell I'm watching?
Lord. But we all have bad experiences. Some do, some don't. To those, I say, to those who have cool parents and who watch stuff that they do, I'm telling you, I'm so jelly. You guys suck. To those who do have moms and dads that don't get it, I say this, and I offer these words of wisdom. Just like the Will Smith song says, parents just don't understand.
Understand. That's right.
Move on. You know what you are. You know what you like. You are what you eat, and you definitely are what you watch. Anime is cool. It's just as simple as that. But anyway, moving on from that, it is now time for Caitlynn-french presents Speaking French. And I hope the Miss French to get some off her chest. What?
Yeah, you guys gave me actually quite an open range to go with this, and out of the topic, so we had one vote in favor, and I think I'm gonna go with it. So one of the big things I've seen online and throughout the internet, I've seen it at cons, I've seen it on Facebook, Twitter, is we all like anime. We all like video games. We all enjoy interacting in them. We all enjoy cosplaying in some way, shape, or form. Why the hell do we gotta be assholes to one another? Seriously, don't we go to cons to kind of escape that?
True.
The fact is, we shouldn't be constantly in these wars with one another. We need to be supportive of each other. That's why a lot of us go into anime in the first place, is to escape shitty situations that we're in.
True.
I mean, I know I started watching a lot of anime when I was younger, and when I kept watching it, people were kind of like, why didn't you grow up? Why didn't you step back from watching it? Why aren't you watching regular shows? You get harassed for that. I mean, then you play video games because you want to escape more of that. We're all trying to escape something. Why do we need to keep trying to ruin each other's escapes or say, oh, hey, you watch that series? God, that one sucks. Oh, no, you watch the English dub? You're not a real fan. God. It's something that I hear all the time. I opened an Ask page a while ago where people are able to ask me anonymous questions. I got so many questions wanting me to throw people I care about under a bus that I closed it down. I'm not going to talk trash on my friends who might be directors or actors. If they want my opinion, they'll go for it. But that's not what I'm here to do. I wanted to ask, have a good time, but people seem to want to turn it into a debate. They want to turn things into my opinion is superior to yours, or I want my opinion validated. We need to stop doing that, guys. Be nice to one another. There's no need to be hating on each other. We have enough problems as it is. Everyone's going to leave a con, go home to the normal Monday lives, suffer post-con depression. We all get it, and get mad about things.
True.
I get it. You guys don't agree what voice actor should be dubbing what. Some people think Vic Mignogna should be everything. Other people think Johnny Young Bosch should be everything. But guess what, guys? You still love voice actors. You should support them together. You love anime, support it. You guys don't like the same anime, but that's what makes us awesome. We're unique and different people with different opinions, and that's something that needs to be celebrated in nerd culture, and not the focus of so much hate. We don't need to have our superiority complexes. We deal with that enough. I know that sometimes the internet makes you feel empowered because you're anonymous or that you have popularity on the internet. But you got to remember that doesn't always translate elsewhere. It's our escape, and you don't want your one escape to become your nightmare, because otherwise you're not going to have anywhere to go.
True.
So yeah, that's speaking French with me.
She speaks word of wisdom, ladies and gentlemen. And go ahead, Mike.
Yeah, feel free to contribute.
Yeah, and I want to apply to not only with anime but also with gaming too. I mean, there's this taboo hashtag that's been spreading around like wildfire. Even though that you already know about that, Caitlin, everybody else knows about it. Everyone on the freaking internet knows about it. Gamergate.
Oh man, I don't. Admittedly, there's so many sides to that, and it's so personal at this point.
Yeah.
I don't even touch it. I mean, there's so many ways that at some points I'm like, okay, I agree with this, but I don't agree with the others. There's so much gray that it's like, hands off of it and back away is where I'm at with it. I rather go away from something that's become a cesspool of hatred and threats and people needing to voice their opinion because they think they're more right than someone else. It's a load of drama that doesn't need to be around. That's why hands up and back away from Gamergate.
Exactly. There's this whole Gamergate, stop Gamergate. I don't want anything to do with Gamergate. That's what I want. That's what I'm trying to say. I want to enjoy games. That's what I like to do.
Yeah. I mean, in general, like the whole backlash, especially, I mean, the only thing I really get pissed off with Gamergate is this, like, a lot of times whenever something like that, a controversy like that happens, if a woman's at the center of it, all the hatred towards women that comes up during situations like that, it's like, maybe you can hate this person, but god damn it, do you have to make it so misogynistic and like all this hate towards women because it happens to be a woman that was involved in the controversy? It's just like, oh my god, this is fucking horrifying.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of problems when it becomes... I understand people having disagreements. I understand that you find that Gamergate has a legit issue with how they believe the media is covering gaming and how gaming journalism is currently biased, but that's the media. Have you ever been involved in it? Newspapers, it's so censored and so restricted anyway. How did you think journalism was gonna be? First off. Second of all, it got stupid personal about things that shouldn't matter and that should be between 2 or 3 adult people and their issue that someone had to bring onto the internet and make a central issue. And it ended up being what people used against her. And if you're gonna use things against them, at least use rational arguments and not completely destroy your argument by resulting to threats, resulting to just You say Gamergate is claiming to be looking progressive in gaming, but every time you see some of these people comment, it feels like a step back. And then the other side is going so overly feminist that it's like, stop, you guys are making it all worse on both sides. It's just, oh man.
Yeah, it's basically a clusterfuck at this point.
It is. And there's no way to get the full story or know the full story, so it's one of those, I'd rather not be involved or have a comment on it because I know I don't have the full opinion or full story. I mean, I can't make that call.
No, none of us can.
Yeah.
You know, it was just something we need to, you know, take a clip off or just, you know, take a load off because it's not that deep.
But
here's why I do. I just play video games just for the fun of it. Watch anime for the fun of it. It's our escapism, not politics.
But the other thing, like, I would comment to, because I really like all the topics you suggested, Caitlin. And the one reason why this was interesting to me, because whenever I go to conventions and do panels, like, how fandom affects anime culture has always been something that's, like, been, like, a big deal to me and, like, growing in, like, interest towards me. And it's just, I find it interesting. It's like, it's one thing to disagree. It's like you can't have an academic discussion about anything with disagreements. It's always this bullshit of like, oh my god, I hate this. Anybody who likes it is an idiot. It's always like one extreme or the other.
It boils down to people being like, my opinion's better than yours, and this is why. I'm like, to be fair, in any argument, unless you have a really, really good ability to persuade people, you're not going to change anybody's mind. I mean, that's just not how it's going to happen. If someone likes a show, you're not going to dissuade someone from liking the show. It means something to them. It made them feel some sort of emotional attachment, and you can't take that away from them. No. I'm sorry it didn't do the same thing for you, but you should let them have that. You should let them enjoy it.
Yeah, don't destroy it for them. Don't destroy the experience.
Or comment. Oh, gosh, the cosplay community is one of the worst I've seen about that regarding people and just destroying one another for things.
It's just,
oh god, too many divas in cosplay. Too many divas in cosplay.
Yes, and not to mention. Sorry.
Oh no, go right ahead.
I mean, like, yeah, you also got one bad apple that spoils the bunch. Like for instance, there's one guy that's been stalking one of my good friends, Gina B, to the point that he had to follow her on freaking DeviantArt just to demand a friendship. And these types of people ruin everything for us.
It does, and
block button.
There's some people who do find ways around. I've been having an issue with it recently myself for people.
Or they do something with a different name.
Or they do something by a different name. They still find ways to contact you. The internet does offer ways around that. However, there's also the fact that that leads almost into cyberbullying, which is another big issue that's happened with the internet. And I mean, people post cosplay pictures of themselves, and it's not just the divas in cosplay that are bad. It's some of the people who are like, oh, that girl's too big. She shouldn't be wearing that. That guy's not the right size. He's not the right color of skin. That's not, no, just let people cosplay. Just, unless you're being completely and utterly offensive like the cosplayer who went blackface. That's a different story. That's a very different story.
Very different, yeah.
Very different
There's
story.
accuracy.
Yeah. Oh my god. That's always the complaint too. Like, oh, well, I'm trying to cosplay the character. It's like, do you see black people putting a white face? No. Stop doing blackface. God damn it.
Well, and see, part of the problem is I think white cosplayers, if they do enjoy a character who is colored, don't know what to do if they are okay. They get accused of whitewashing if they do it, and if they do it in color, they're doing face, which is even worse. So they kind of hit that weird grounds of they probably shouldn't do it, which is, I know there are some really cool color characters that's like, dang, I can't do that. And it sucks, but otherwise it's a lose-lose situation. But you'd rather whitewash than go with the other super offensive version of it.
And whitewash is offensive too, because to me it's like just cosplay your character. Your race does not matter. Your race, your body type, your gender, your sex, it does not matter. Even going the route of saying whitewash, like that's also offensive. Now to me, arguably blackface is far more offensive than like whitewash. But like.
But it's okay to be blue or green or any other color. So.
It's just annoying because within the cosplay community, and like some of the issue is cosplay divas, and the other issue is just people outside the cosplay community who basically sometimes create this environment of, well, if you're not hot or if you're not the right body type, you shouldn't cosplay it. And it's like, what the fuck do you know? You're not even part of the community. You're just outside looking in.
Or you're just someone who likes to comment on people or stare at people's pictures and be that creep who's like hot or not.
Yeah.
That kind of just defines people's personality on the internet. Because I mean, if you have nothing better to do than do that, you probably have a really sad existence in the first place.
Or you have You have no lady. That's why you criticize.
I don't know. There's some people I've seen that have girlfriends that do things that I'm like, really?
Yeah.
Really?
Especially YouTube commenters. YouTube commenters.
You don't look at YouTube. It's a cesspool. It is a cesspool. The best saying I've ever heard is, "You're not your own." There's a saying that says you're your own worst critic. No, that's YouTube. That's YouTube. Though to be fair, a critic is someone who actually has reasonable explanation as to why these things are problematic. YouTube just hate.
I mean the non-constructive kind.
Yeah, it's just trolls. And trolls ruin everything.
Well, there's like studies that show that a lot of people on the internet are actually psychopaths, which is actually pretty interesting.
That makes sense.
And Caitlyn, when I made a comment that said I'd like to see a black girl cosplay as Aoi Hasahina from Danganronpa, don't you mean I'm one of these guys, right?
No.
Oh, good.
No, you're not. You're saying you want to see someone do something. You're not saying oh, this girl who might be a size 8 is cosplaying Sailor Moon. No, she's not the right size. She shouldn't be doing it. I mean, that's a very different thing.
Yeah. Asking for it is, two different things, and then just asking to be this simple way or this that's different. But what makes it different, I mean, the whole thing is hateful as it is to really criticize the result. And, say, hey, you're supposed to do this and that. You should lose some pounds. You should lose the weight because you ain't that size. You ain't that person. You ain't petite as Sailor Moon.
But more power to those that do go the effort to lose the weight because they want to. So they can be accurate.
Like, say, for instance, I'm big bone. I'll give you that. I'll tell you that right now. And I've already gave my promise to make this custom for everything. Selling bars. And I promise.
So I'm glad you haven't forgotten.
I'm gonna be Sailor Moon Halloween weekend.
Yeah. Nice. I'm gonna be for Comic Con this year. For next year. And we're gonna try to make the male version, but at the same time, though,
go for it, bro. I want pictures. I want pictures, bitch.
Remember, you promised 3 Sailor Scouts.
Yes, I did, and I'm gonna keep that promise. What I don't want is people criticizing me for going out there for being a Sailor Scout because I know it's for the girls. Blah blah blah. Shut the fuck up. Number 2.
That was fucking perfect.
I love it because I'm doing it. Number 1, I'm doing it for charity because I've already.
Hey, I've seen guys cosplay Sailor Scouts.
Yeah,
and not male version outfit either.
No,
I want to do it my way. So you
wouldn't be the first, but you did make that promise. So you have to do it.
You have to do it because the promise. Because promise.
I have to do it.
You don't wanna what's the word? Displease Katie, do you?
Oh.
Oh shit.
Sailor Mars.
But here's the thing. Yeah, I promise and I will keep it. So I did say that 4 or 5 times already. But I will say this though. I want to make myself look comfortable in it though at the same time. So that's another thing. Don't criticize me for not, for being comfortable in what I want. I'm gonna do it. Don't tell me how to do it.
No one likes a backseat cosplayer.
Nope.
No. I mean, it's annoying when it comes to cosplay too. Another one of my favorite issues is like cross-playing, and it's annoying because like I personally usually cosplay male characters, and I've seen some awesome like female characters cosplayed by males. And it's just annoying that that's like a thing too that people insult. It's like that doesn't fucking matter. It seems really awesome by the way.
Oh, you look awesome in those cosplay outfits.
People just need to let it go.
Yeah.
Let it go.
Already,
Let it go.
I should have.
Oh God.
Let it go.
No.
Can't hold it back anymore.
Okay, this maybe I can get with.
Let it go.
This I don't mind. But
anyway,
can't do Caitlyn.
Huh?
Yourselves don't see. Jesus Christ.
anyways.
I have to hear this a lot. I work with kids.
You know these cosplayers should do. They should request me to let's just say I should lose weight, have a sex change, and cosplay as Akane Owari from Danganronpa.
You don't need to do that. You just do the crossplay or male version.
Right, just do it your way. Don't
just do it.
You don't have to do it a certain way. It's not like a certain way of doing cosplay. But I figured out from Dante and a lot of other cosplayers is that they made it to their way. I mean, look at how y'all heard with Chun-Li. Chun-Li's not made like that. I know for a fact. I can look at the dress and stuff and see that it's not Chun-Li, but she made it the way that she made it in her own comfort zone. That's what you do. You can make it your own. Do it the way you want to. Don't just it don't have to be like that way.
And honestly, you're gonna have to do it because almost every male character I cosplay, they're like 6 foot something. I'm like, I'm 5'7". I'm gonna have to scale shit down.
Hey.
So
I know. I feel
do that.
My poor husband. He's 5'8", 5'9" area, and we have a bunch of 6 foot friends. And every time it's like, he's a strong guy. He's stronger than most of his friends. But man, trying to cosplay sometimes, I'm like, oh, guy. Sometimes it makes you look short. I'm sorry.
I'm 5'3".
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
you're my height.
That's funny.
You're on my level.
But like, coming back with like what you originally said with elitism, it actually goes both ways. It's like, it's hard to like, it sucks when it's like somebody doesn't like a show, or somebody likes a show you don't like. It also goes in reverse. If you don't like a show and somebody's like, shut up, it's the best show ever, how can you not like it? And you're just like,
yeah.
Why can't...
That's why I like everything.
Oh God.
well, all in moderation. You know, there's some things you don't like, but you don't bash it. That's a good thing.
I just don't bash anything at all.
Exactly.
And that's the thing, you don't want to bash something, especially with no fucking reason.
I know, right? There's a certain someone, right? I know.
No, personal experience from high school, it was annoying just dealing with people like, well, let me just say, like, especially with the Bleach fandom, it's just annoying, like, well, Bleach sucks. How can you like Bleach? And you're like, you like One Piece, whatever thing you're going to say oh, One Piece is awesome is the same exact thing that I can say for why Bleach is awesome, why One Piece might suck. I mean, it's just stupid to play the elitism game.
Exactly. Or I hate the people that, you know, judge crap, do its genre, or whatever. Like, oh, it sucks, have you seen it? No. Then how the hell can you judge it?
It's popular, therefore it sucks. That TV.
Yeah, I hate people like that so much.
I want to bring this up though.
I will never say it sucks. However, when there's too much hype for something, I am the type of person who's like, I'm gonna steer away from that because I'm gonna expect too much out of it, and it's not gonna live up.
That's like video games.
I have to wait for hype to die.
Yeah, video games definitely, and movies. Oh God.
Series for me. It's a lot of series. It has steered me away from anime series because people like literally they're like, oh my god, it's so awesome, and they don't leave you alone about it. It's like, now I don't want to see it because you won't shut up about it.
Oh my
get
god,
it, it's
exactly.
good, but I don't want to watch it now because you keep talking at it about me. You're not letting me discover it.
Exactly. Well, to be honest though, and I wanted to say this, like, you know, with Attack on Titan, I've seen the anime, I've seen the part one. I've also got part one on DVD, Funimation, and I've also seen it on Toonami. All because people just kept talking to me about it. It's on sub. It's sub. It's awesome. It's great. Okay, but fine. I haven't seen it, but let me experience it.
No, it's awesome.
No, but such a thing. That goes back to what Caitlyn was saying though. You know, you won't shut, if people won't shut up about it, you won't know how awesome it is.
I mean, and honestly, that was like I just said, Orange High School Host Club was kind of like that for me. Like I saw an episode, I think it's good. It's just it was so hyped to me at the time. I'm just like, I don't care to see it anymore.
I like
it.
it.
Right? I'm glad I'm not the only person who feels that, because sometimes I'm like, I feel like a jerk for that.
No, you're not the
But
only
I'm
one.
like,
Oh my god.
I feel really bad because I've watched clips of Attack on Titan because
Love
I
it.
really want to support Jessica, watching a lot of her stuff. But I haven't sat through the series because people do not shut up about it. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
Yeah.
Well,
Like,
there's
I
a
get it.
reason they
It's
don't.
good.
They talk about
There
it. Think of it that way.
There is a reason. There is a reason. I understand that. But when you're cramming something down my throat,
Yeah.
I don't want it. WWE does
Yeah.
it with that stuff. Whenever someone's cramming something down my throat, I walk away. I don't want to choke on someone else's stuff.
$9.99.
Now that's just a joke, though. That's a joke now.
Thank you. Somebody got it on.
I mean, honestly, that was the Avatar Last Airbender series to me. It was so hyped to death, I just
But that
never got
show-
into it.
But the show's
Here's
amazing.
But here's
What?
another thing. There's two shows. There's two animes that people are hyping to me about this, and now I can't even get this off my chest. Okay, not get this off my chest, but there's people just spoiled the living hell out of it. One Persona 4 and the other Danganronpa. That's
yes.
That's
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
not
yeah.
about the series. That's about the games.
No,
And
there's an anime. There's
it's
an
taught.
anime for the games. There's an anime for the games.
There is Persona 4 animation.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
I
again,
know.
the second one.
But the hype
And they-
and people talking about it's always about the games.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and they
Well,
hype.
Definitely.
The hype for the game came from the anime, because Persona 4 has been out for a while. It didn't start getting hyped until the anime.
And
I
they
don't know. It's been pretty hype. I
It
don't know. I
depends what
played around
circles
weird.
you're in.
Yeah, I've been around this. I know some really huge Persona fans,
Same here.
so that's where I'm like, I've known about that way before. The only way I really figured out about Persona 4 animation was walking into Sentai and seeing posters. I'm like, oh, we have that, huh?
Well, my thing was
That's
with Persona 4 is just weird, because I remember it came out when I was in high school, and it's like, for a long time, you get the people who really liked it, but it wasn't really that well known, and to me, it didn't really start getting the hype until the anime came out.
I don't know. It's one of those that it kind of it falls into like a cult following and then randomly explodes at times. Like I guess I feel the same way about certain things in DC now. Like Harley Quinn is everywhere now, despite it was really like a close knit circle that really were into
Sex
the
symbol,
animated series.
Sex symbol.
Don't even talk to me about the new 52. I will end you.
Oh, everyone that
End you.
there's an artist that actually drew the old-fashioned Harley with her. She's looking at a picture of New 52 Harley,
Yes.
and it says "Tramp."
Yep.
The artist, it was really cool. I'm like, that's awesome artwork.
Oh god.
I am a Harley Quinn fangirl. I'm currently wearing a Harley Quinn shirt.
Nice.
I have half a wardrobe full of Harley Quinn stuff, so I'll just
Nice.
say right now that's one of my characters,
Great.
and I'm like, DC, I hate you so much right now.
Yeah, you
So
and there's a
much.
cosplayer I follow that she's obsessed as well. She does an awesome cosplay of her.
I wish I could cosplay her pretty awesomely, but I just don't have the maker skills. I have to put things together.
Yeah.
I
You
do.
will one of these days.
One of these days.
We're getting,
One of these days, I just actually want to voice her. That would be really fun.
we're getting
Harley
all.
Quinn.
Oh my god! But it's like
That's right, Mr. J.
they revitalized her so much. I feel like
They have.
we have revitalized her a little bit more ever since Arkham Asylum.
Yeah.
It did. It definitely did. I have a really weird issue with all of it because I really love the Arkham games. I do, but it instilled a lot of people who go around comparing their love to Joker and Harley when Harley Quinn is a victim in an abusive relationship. People don't understand. I like Harley without Joker most of the time, actually.
Yeah.
Like Gotham City Sirens
Harleen.
run is one of my favorite things.
Yep.
Harleen.
Hold on. Let me ask you something.
Yes.
Did you like her? You know, the way they gave her a turn. I guess you could say a character turn in Injustice.
I loved Injustice Harley Quinn. I freaking
'Cause that was
loved
Harley.
it.
That whole thing. Did you like it when she turned it? Well, I guess you could say a hero, maybe. The hero.
I thought it was interesting. She always kind of rebels against things. Harley Quinn in the animated series has worked with Batman on and off, and in the comics she has as well. So I thought it was a definitely cool twist that she ended up on the good guy side. I did like that when Joker showed up, she relapses because that's what happens with Harley. She's
crazy.
And when someone's not there like Ivy to stop her from relapsing into the Joker, she's a needy person who has to have a strong personality there. It leaves her open to relapse into that crazy side of her, but she overcame it, which was really cool. And I even like in the Injustice story, the arcade mode, where Joker playfully, like you fight through with Harley. The ending is she gets married to Joker, but he playfully puts cake in her face, and as a trauma victim, she snaps and kills him.
Oh,
that was like my favorite thing ever. It was awesome.
Like, for real, I did not.
It was a yes. Thank you for doing it.
But she ended up in Arkham Asylum for all of eternity for doing that.
Hey, means Joker's dead, and he's staying dead.
Oh shit.
I'm not gonna lie to you, Caitlyn. You do an excellent job as Harley Quinn.
Thank you. I actually play a Batman role-playing game, and she is one of the characters.
Oh, nice.
So I have a fun time with that gal.
Oh,
I like there's 2 Robin voices, like doing Nightwing. Well, 2 Nightwings, because I could do Scott Minville Nightwing and then the regular Nightwing.
Troy Baker did the first
Troy
Baker is God.
Yes,
Baker he does a very fantastic Joker impression, and I liked him in Origins, but there's reasons I disliked Arkham Origins, mainly because they made it so much about the Joker when I was really hoping to see Black Mask expounded on.
Yeah. No more Joker, just a Joker.
Well, Black Mask has such a cool story. He's a mobster who goes into a cultist, and I think cults are really kind of a cool thing. I think it's interesting, and they fucking ruined it.
No, we gotta have more Joker.
Hopefully they involve Black Mask in Gotham, like before he's Black Mask.
I'm hoping they do. I'm hoping they get a lot of his gangster stuff. I haven't watched Gotham yet because I want to sit down and just do a straight run through it. That's how I am with series.
It's good.
And it comes on during Raw, which is another problem.
I'm watching so many shows right now, it's not funny.
I can't even keep up with the shows I need to be watching.
DVR,
I can't even. I don't know where my time goes.
Yo, time flies.
It does.
Yes. Especially on this podcast, because considering the fact we spend most of the time doing this random stuff, and I'm still wondering, and I'm saying this right now, Caitlyn.
Yes.
Why are you still here?
Because he's having fun.
Because we're still talking, and I have a lot to talk about. I have feelings too, Charles.
And Caitlyn, can I ask you something?
Yes, feel free. I like it when people ask me questions.
Why are you still here while I'm the one also doing the talking too? Yes, I think I hold responsible for this too.
Yeah.
I don't know. I kind of went on various tangents that kind of led into some of this, so we all went on tangents.
It happens.
Yes.
Heading the tangent dragon. That's what it is.
I like dragons.
Randomness. Let's bring it to this podcast.
Oh God, the fuck.
Yes.
And I hope you guys are not mad at me for this. I'm sorry.
We all have our moments.
Chameleon.
He does an awesome Blaziken.
And now
we're making noises.
Anyway, moving on. We gotta end the show right here.
All right.
It's always good to have you in the podcast. Come on back, because you are funny as hell.
I am glad I am entertaining about talking.
You are.
And Caitlyn, you are entertaining for great justice.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I'm
Yes,
complimented.
it is Caitlyn. But anyway, how can fans find you on social media? It's time for Shrinetime shoutouts.
All right, you can find me on Facebook at Caitlyn-French Voice Actor, or you could just friend me on Caitlyn-French. I prefer you like both, just so you can keep updated if you want to follow my voice acting. I do have more announcements coming up in the next couple months. And if you want to follow me on Twitter, it is at Caitlyn-French, CAITLYNN-FRENCH V. There's another Caitlyn French that's without the V. That's not me, so don't follow that one. Just saying. I've noticed some people who I'm like, oh, you guys, yeah, that's not me. That I don't know who that Twitter account is. Their parents had great taste in names, but yeah,
That's not her.
it's not me. You'll see me probably screaming about wrestling. That's how you know it's me.
Yeah. Which, by the way, see, I'm just gonna say this right now, Caitlyn, you have the voice of AJ Lee. I just want you to know that.
Thank you.
The only thing that's left is you skipping around the ring.
You guys just haven't seen me during the day, have you?
Yeah, I don't know how to answer that. I really don't.
Yeah.
I don't really know how to answer that. Anyway, Roy, how can fans find you on social media?
As I said.
No,
Roy.
Oh, Roy, sorry.
It's
I'm
all
a little
right.
conceited over here. A little conceited.
Oh, it's all right. Easiest ones would that be Rise Judo Creations, and then my I actually have 2 Twitters, but the only one that's important is my Epic Knights of CL. Then what? Roy.Benavides. That's about it.
Yeah, he's a short but sweet. I love it.
And I finally pronounced her name, Benavides. Thank you.
Yes, that's right.
You did a great job on that. Speaking of that, Mike, how can fans find you on social media?
Okay, you can follow me on Twitter at Mike Maverick AG. Yes, the twatter. Yes, yes, just go below. Mike Maverick AG, and you can find me on Facebook at Mike Maverick Ace Gamer, and also I have a YouTube account known as Turnabout ENT. That's Turnabout ENT, not Mike Maverick, just Turnabout ENT. Also, I'm on this website known as thegamingrebellion.com, and that's right, I'll be a contribute there. I'll be contributing to Gaming Rebellion, which means that you can not only you can catch me, but you also go catch Jimmy Hoppa. Who else? Okay, Retro. A
lot of people.
Wait. Yeah, some of the greatest contributors out there. Even Heavy Metal Gamer. Yeah, he's a pretty awesome guy. So check Heavy Metal Gamer's videos out too.
Good job, man. You good, man. Dante, how can fans find you on social media?
Well, all my accounts are connected, so you could really just follow my WordPress blog, which is feveryone.wordpress.com. That's FEVRYONE.wordpress.com.
Yes, I love their.
Yeah,
I love
fuck
their...
and my Twitter handle is fuck everybody. So yeah,
yes,
find it. Yes.
All right, following now. Fuck everybody. Go.
Do it. Do it
now. Do it now.
Do it now.
Good job.
Doing it.
Yes.
It's fuck everybody without the U, so no profanities.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Fuck everybody, says Fred Fucks.
There you are. There you are. I found you.
It will have a picture of Date Masamune, so you can't miss it.
Oh my god. But
it's pretty identifiable.
Yeah.
And you can also check out this podcast at its Facebook page at facebook.com/Shrinetime. You can also check us out on Twitter, or Twatter is the fresh thing going down with Lady J, by the way, shout out to her, at Shrinetime ENT. And as always, you can always check us out and send us a shout out at Shrinetime shout out. And make sure to leave a comment and help us to make your Shrinetime experience even better than it's ever been before. Just make sure there's always one place to check us out. And don't forget to check me out personally on Twitter at Money Senpai SEP. That's MoneySenpaisep. I will be twittering the world on Twitter a little bit more than I usually am because Facebook sucks.
Just like Google. Google sucks.
I don't mean to say Facebook does suck. Yeah,
And I just want to put it like that. And also, you can also check me out on my Tumblr at Money Senpai Official, because I always do a little bit more. I'm going to be designing more stuff there. And I'm also going to be on my Instagram at Money Senpai. I'll be posting more pictures and more con experiences with you in the coming months. I also will be starting my road to Comic-Con by letting you guys know about what my material I'll be using for my Belle Sailor Mars outfit.
Yay! Yeah.
And it's all starting at the beginning of next month, so keep in touch with me. Stay tuned. It's going to be awesome. And I will be sharing this because, I wanted to do this for Katie Griffin. Shout out. Thank you, Roy, for that. Mars Fire Ignite!
Oh, God.
Yeah.
All the
Yeah.
pinky.
I like the enthusiasm.
And also, guys, I forgot to add one more thing because
God.
on Twitter, I'll be adding some Supersonico obsession here because I really loved it. I love the anime. I love the character, and she's better than Miku Hatsune. So yeah.
No,
Miku.
fuck you, bro.
Oh shit! No, you didn't.
No, you did, bitch.
Round one. Fight.
No, you better take your earrings out. 'Cause they're on.
Earrings are fucking off.
Right.
Guns are on. Guns are on.
Like, before these girls tell you a new ass, and neck.
Oh god, the Vocaloids will be pissed off.
The Vocaloids will be pissed. They just had a concert too. They just had a concert.
Miku Ko comes down here and jump down your throat. I'll tell you this much right now. You're on your own. You are fucked. You are so fucked, bro.
Sonico for life. Team Sonico.
Can that bitch stay? Can that bitch stay?
You're damn right. She can rock too. She play a damn guitar.
Oh, that's it. That's it. Oh god.
It is all like Donkey Kong.
Oh god. Oh, it hurts.
I think we're leaving with a bunch of chaos.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Just don't forget to, subscribe and hit that like button.
Oh,
Do it.
Hey.
You can also check us out on our YouTube channel and hit past shows on our YouTube channel at youtube.com/Shrine.
They're on our YouTube channel right now.
Of course.
Go back to YouTube. Resubscribe.
Click like.
Re-like it.
Like, and subscribe. Because we all want that subscribe. When we need the shout out, we need the fan base. Come on with it, people.
Don't stop liking. Create 20 more accounts and keep liking.
Oh, God.
Like.
Hey, we don't want to end up like Life in the Tent and get our account suspended.
Oh, God.
Man.
Click. But anyway, for Miss Caitlynn-French, TheCaitAmbrose, by the way. For Roy, aka Adam Roy, for Mike, for Cheesemo Maverick, for Dante Masamune, I'm Buddy Senpai. And as always, thank you for joining us in the Shrinetime Entertainment Podcast, and we will see you next time. Peace!
Team Sonico!
No!
Bye.
You're listening to Shrinetime Entertainment Podcast. As we see you guys next time.
Shrinetime Entertainment.